Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to explain how we have developed a JWT based authentication. In the video by JavaBrains, they have done an amazing job to explain how to use it, but if you don't have the time of 40 minutes to watch the entire video, in this video I'll just explain very shortly what we are doing and what are the components we have and how the API is working. So as you can see that we have, these are the files we have. So let's go by the files one by one. The payloads is very simple. We have username, password for the request and response. In the response we will get the JWT token. Now let's see this service. So in this service, my user detail service, it implements the user detail service which is part of the Spring security core. So it has a method load user by username that we have to override, and for now we have just used the foo as the username and foo as the password, and this array list is a list of the claim, like if the user can is the user an admin or an moderator, we pass the roles of the user in this array. So you can also see this user method, user class, which is part of the Spring core security. It has password, username, and that list is the granted authority list. So without going too much on details, so we have this service, we have created this service, and later we will change this service to a real service where we can fetch users from database and get the user by the username. So let's go to the security configurer configuration, where I have implemented that my details service, and it is auto void, and we auto void the JWT request filter. The work of this filter is to create and authenticate the JWT token, and here I have overwritten the configure method, and I have used the my user detail service that I have created here, and in the configure override method I have authorized all the other requests except the authenticate API, and the policy of the session is stateless, and I have to also pass a filter. So let's look at the filter. So if you go to this filter file, so here what I am doing is I am getting the token in the request header, and from that I am extracting the token. And so if you just see that at first we got the bearer token, and then we have removed the bearer part from the token. So if I can explain it to you in this way, that we will pass the token in this way, like bearer, and this is the JWT token, and from that token we'll take out the bearer part, and from that we will extract the username from the JWT util. We will cover it later. And if we have a username and this and username is present, like we already have is authenticated, then we get the user details, and if the token is valid, then we create this object and we set details here, and we set it, and we set the authentication in this way. So this one will be executed before every request. And now let's look at the JWT util file, where we have created and validate the token. So these are the system of functions. So you can go through this file, and it is also explained in the JavaBrains. So I'm not going in detail to explain this. So I think we have covered all the things, and now let's run the application and see if it's working fine or not. So we are passing this foo, and password is foo. If we pass it, we'll get this token, and you can use this token here. And if you pass the right token, then you'll get this nil here, like if you can see here. But if you make the token wrong like this, you will not get the response. So that's the basic implementation of the JWT token. And later, in the later tutorial, I will change this service to include a new to configure a new user which I will check from database, and also we will configure the roles, and I also implement the GitHub and Google authentication. So thanks for watching and have a good day.